All right, you guys, what's going on? This your boy Tam. So I had to double check when I heard about this because I cannot say that I saw this coming. I think nobody expected this because just last year, when Mark Cuban was on Club Shay Shay with Shannon Sharp, he was talking as if Luca was going to get a $400 million contract. They were talking as if Luca was going to be a Dallas Maverick for life. That he basically was going to stay with one franchise his whole entire career. So many of us believed, okay, anybody is expendable except Dirk. Except Luca. Boy, was we wrong. And a shocking trade that sent shockwaves around the NBA with fans and probably players and GMs alike. The Lakers pretty much, they threw in Christie and a couple of other people. But we all know the primary trade is Anthony Davis for Luka Doncic. And people are in disbelief. The Dallas fans are in disbelief. The Lakers fans are in disbelief. So what does that mean for the Lakers? Does that mean the Lakers are giving up on this season, or they feel like they can match LeBron James up with Luka Doncic? How is that going to work? Well, that might be difficult because Luka is ball dominant and LeBron is ball dominant. And you have to wonder, is that going to be able to work? People still have this thing that LeBron James is who he was 10 years ago. People keep forgetting LeBron James is 40 years old. And I'm just thinking, why would Dallas make a trade like this? Where did this come from? I mean, I think people were shocked. I just didn't see Dallas parting with Luca like that. I just never saw that coming. I wouldn't be surprised if they are. I wouldn't be surprised if they shipping LeBron out of town because keep in mind, LeBron, this thing with his son is a disaster. And maybe the Lakers, who knows? At least with Luca, you could build around Luca. At least with him, you could start fresh. At least you got at least you got a developed superstar on the roster. And then you could try to build and put pieces around Luca. The problem is with the Lakers can't get anybody to come there because they don't want to play. The Lakers can't get anybody to come there and play with LeBron. That's the problem. It's just too much. It's just too much baggage when you play with LeBron. You still hearing this thing about they don't have enough help. You never heard this with the Chicago Bulls, but with the Lakers, they don't have. The Lakers are playing 500 basketball. Now, from what I've been told, LeBron was not made aware of this. They said he just found out when we found out. So technically, they didn't ask his permission to make a move like that. So this is weird. I gotta admit, this one caught me off guard. This one caught me off guard because I just didn't see the Lakers making a trade like this and making a move like this because now you have to wonder, well, what is in the future for the Lakers. And you have to admit that the Lakers do need to start thinking about life after LeBron. With Luca is still like in his late 20s or something. I don't know if I don't know how old Luca is. I think he's like between 26 and 27 or something. So he's young. He's young. So at least for the foreseeable future, you can rebuild and you can rebuild quickly. And then you could get rid of LeBron's salary. Then you could possibly try to bring in and possibly try to get free agents. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. 25. Because you just can't get people to come play with the Lakers. Whether people want to admit it or not, a lot of superstars just don't want to play alongside LeBron James. Well, maybe this will give LeBron some incentive to just go away and to just pack up and move and just move beyond the league because we've seen this act for 22 seasons now. We've seen enough of this. We've seen enough of this. And I just think now, I think it's just shocking. I was shocked that Dallas was willing to give up Luca. I think the Warriors, me my own per, I think the Warriors are just waiting this out. I think the Warriors are a team that's waiting this out. I think they're gonna let Stephen Curry stay with the team until he gets ready to call it a career. But I think the Warriors are gonna be looking in free agency. I think the Warriors are gonna be looking at people like like Anthony Edwards, those type of dudes who will be able to opt out, or LaMelo Ball, those type of dudes. I don't see LaMelo Ball staying in Charlotte the rest of his career long term. Those dudes are gonna opt out as soon as they can. They're gonna get the front end of their money on the max deal, and then into that max deal, they're gonna be able to opt out. So I think that's what the Warriors are doing. And I'll say it, and I said this. I don't think the Warriors are trying to do the win now situation because the Warriors already have four. The Warriors have won four championships within the last 10 years. So they're okay. Stephen Curry, best years behind him. Stephen Curry is going to be, I think, 37 his next birthday. So they have to look into life after Stephen Curry. You have to look at some of these young dudes. You have to look at the future. Do I think Stephen Curry need to be more vocal with the front office? The thing is, I don't know whether he is or whether he isn't. Stephen Curry don't seem like that type of guy. You know, then they don't have Bob Myers anymore, so I don't think he that type of guy that say, well, you need to bring, you need to try to get some people here. I don't think the Warriors are checking for championships right now. I think the Warriors are looking at the draft, and then I think they're looking at possible free agents in the upcoming years, and I think that's what they want to do. I think they're going to try to rebuild, but I think there's some moves they can make. I do think that the Warriors need to start getting prepared for life after Steph Curry, and I think that's what they're doing. I don't think the Warriors are going to have problems with getting free agents. I don't think that nobody has a problem playing with Steph Curry, but we all know that there's a problem that comes with playing with LeBron. When things are not going the Lakers' way, they need help. It's everybody else's fault but LeBron's. But when things is going correct, then LeBron James is he's the Messiah. And I just think this is ran tired. It's ran its course with fans. It's ran its course with sports writers. It's ran its course with the media for the most part. And I just think people are sick of this. And I think people are ready for the next thing. I think people are ready for the next wave. LeBron has had a good run. That's just, he's had a good 20 plus year run, but at the same time, for the most part in sports, good things come to an end. LeBron is well past his prime, and to a certain degree, he's holding the team hostage. And I just think this thing with his son further became a circus. And I just think fans are annoyed with LeBron, and I think they're annoyed with how LeBron basically made the team draft his son. And now I think the team is saying, you know what, this is our team. You technically work for us. So I just think this is just crazy. And I just think they're ready to move on. Yeah, but they ran Bob Myers off. So, he's there. He's there no more. So I don't know who's in the front office now. And I just think that now with the Warriors, I think that the ownership group is weighing their options. And I think this is what you're supposed to do. It happens in every sport. Sometimes you have sometimes you have ownership that see the future and they like, okay, we have to start preparing. Pittsburgh didn't prepare for life after Ben Roethlisberger, and they've been struggling to find like another franchise quarterback. Now, Russell Wilson had a decent year, but Russell Wilson, is a veteran quarterback, and they're trying to put all this on Mike Tomlin, even though Mike Tomlin, when Ben Roethlisberger announced his retirement, Mike Tomlin told the ownership group to draft Jalen Hurts, and they didn't listen to him. But now that they got bounced out of the playoffs, even though Mike Tomlin has yet to have a losing season, you still talking about that they need to move on from Mike Tomlin. So that happens with every franchise. You know, I think when you have a long-term veteran that's been there for a while, I think when you get to year 14, 15, you need to start thinking about the foreseeable future. You start to think about, okay, we need to draft the heir apparent, or we need to sign an heir apparent. And a lot of teams don't do that. When they got LeBron James a few years ago, this was a Lakers team that thought, okay, well, LeBron James is LeBron James, and they keep forgetting every year LeBron James gets older. And they don't see it that way, and teams get caught up in that. Because, LeBron James, he sold tickets, people would pack arenas to come see him. And he made the league a lot of money, as well as making himself a lot of money. But as every superstar, he got older. He found ways to slow down the clock. Not gonna say, not gonna say that he did anything, not to say he did anything out of line. I'm just saying he slowed down the clock, unlike a lot of other athletes have been able to do. But still, he is 40 years old. And Luca being 25, you make trades, you free up salary space, and I think the Lakers will be able to get people to come play with them now. I've never heard nobody say that they have a problem playing with Luca. But you know that there's people that don't want to play with LeBron. That's documented. That's fact. That's factual. Now LeBronians will tell you otherwise, but nobody wants to play with this dude. It's just too much of a circus. And then he made the team an even bigger circus when he basically forced him to sign his son and draft his son. So now they stuck with him. We would have to see. I mean, you have to ask yourself how much longer is LeBron going to be there? Because LeBron is going to eventually have to walk away. So at least they have Luca. So whenever LeBron decides to go, whether it's this year or next year, they have Luca. And whenever LeBron decides to go, that frees up salary space. And then they can sign free agents. They can get free agents to come to the team. They could make trades. And then they could be right back where they need to be. But yeah, this is crazy. Well, if LeBron's saying he's playing one more year, then maybe LeBron James needs to play his one more year somewhere else. And I just think the Lakers should move on from LeBron. If they're bringing Luca in, I don't think Luca better their chances at winning the championship, because one, you're gonna have to see if they're gonna mesh together. Now it worked with Kyrie. They made it work with Kyrie, but boy, this is gonna be interesting. But who knows? Maybe LeBron may be gone. Maybe the Lakers are like, hey, we tired of this dude running our organization. At the end of the day, he worked for the bust. And the man shouldn't be able to dictate. I understand if you want pieces to help you get better, but it shouldn't be to the point to where you always undermining your coaches. You get them to make these bad moves, and then you set the team back by forcing them to draft your son, which they could have drafted somebody that was more capable and more NBA ready now. Because it was all about LeBron wanting to play at the same time with his son. And I think fans grew tired of this. And I know people talked about nepotism and power moves. Well, power moves only work if you're benefiting from the power. The only one that's benefiting from the power is LeBron James. Is the Lakers in a better position to win a championship now than they were last year? No, they probably get bounced out of the first or second round as usual. I don't see them beating OKC if they find it. I don't see them beating OKC if they play in the playoffs. I just don't see it. There's a few teams that's better than them. And I don't see them being able to beat the East Coast team in the finals neither. So there you have it. But anyway, just wanted to talk about that. This your boy Town. I'm out.